everybody. I thought it didn't record for a second, so I did this. And then I stopped, but it's recording. Yay! It's Thursday. Happy Thursday. And man, this week has felt so long to me. I think it's because I was gone for so long and now I'm coming back and so much stuff to do. So many things to do. But since it's Thursday, I'm on Twitter and I have 3 of your questions. If you are new, always use the hashtag KatieFAQ on each of your tweets. And then when I put in my search, hashtag KatieFAQ, all of the questions come down and it's really easy for me to find them and answer them, etc. So I have 3 today, as well as a journal topic from Brent. Brent has been with me for a long time and he is always good with the quotes. So thanks for passing this one along. Let's get started. First question says, do you mind me asking what you go to therapy for? Is it just to de-stress, seen as being a therapist as a demanding job? And a lot of you asked, and so I figured, hey, I'll share a little personal stuff today. I go to therapy for various reasons. First, growing up, my parents were having trouble in their marriage, and so we went to therapy as a family and had the opportunity. And this is back when I was like, I don't know, 15 maybe? 16? I think I was 16. Anyway, and then they gave my brother and I the option, you want to go on your own? I decided to. My brother was like, no. And so I started in therapy then. And then I didn't go for a long time. And then when my dad was getting really sick and I was afraid he was going to die, I went to therapy. And then when he died, I continued. And that was probably my longest stint in therapy. I was in therapy probably for like 2 years, give or take some time. And then when Sean and I were going to get married, and honestly, if anybody's planned a wedding, it's really fucking stressful. And so I went to therapy then. And then I haven't really gone since. So that's kind of the reasons that I go. And obviously a lot of it is de-stressing. And I really like to just talk to someone like, blah, here's all that I'm dealing with. Now you deal with it. Because, I don't know, it just feels good. I like to cry it out. I like to yell about it. And I like my therapist. So, yeah. So that's what I go to therapy for. It's not like one running theme or anything like that, but it's just stuff in my life. When I feel overwhelmed, I know that when I cry listening to radio songs while I'm driving in my car on my way home, that something's gotta give, because that means I'm maxed out. So part of the reason that I'll decide to go back or not is based on my check-ins with myself, me recognizing what my stress level is and how I'm doing. And if I start to feel really maxed out, I make the call and set the appointment, and then I keep them going until I stop feeling like that. So yeah, that's kind of my process. I know everyone's different, but that's me. Okay, question number 2 says, hope I'm not too late. You're not, I caught it. Hey Katie, I was sexually abused when I was 9 years old, but it's not something that I often talk about. Is it possible that it just hasn't affected me? I feel guilty for allowing things to happen and disgusting. I don't even know how I should feel, if I should feel anything other than that. I don't know why I've just started thinking about it today. Thanks. Now, I'm really proud of this person because they don't often talk about this and it's really hard for them to bring it up, but they finally did. And that's a huge step in the process and in our own recovery process. But to answer the question, this got a lot of thumbs up. A lot of people wondered, and I get a lot of questions about things like this. Now, is it possible that it hasn't affected you? I mean, I'd say no. I don't want to say like, hey, things, we can't overcome and everything like that, because we definitely can. But being sexually abused when you're 9 years old would definitely affect you. Obviously, whatever coping skill we're putting in place that's helping us like get over it and move past it and not think about it has helped us in the meantime survive and continue on. But in the end, and obviously this all depends on how it may bubble out in your life. Some of my patients who've had sexual abuse in their past self-harm or have eating disorders, have depression, a lot of anxiety. Some people have trouble in their own relationships or actually having a pleasurable sexual experience with someone they care about. A lot of things can come into play and a lot of things can bubble up if we don't really treat the main problem. So I would encourage any of you, if you've been sexually abused, please reach out to a therapist. And if you have the option, preferably someone who works with abuse a lot, because it's definitely a specialized niche. I mean, I can work with it, but I'm not specialized. Like if it was something that that was what you were coming to work on, then I would probably refer you to one of my colleagues that I really like, and she does a great job, because having someone who works with it all the time and understands it, we want to be understood. I think that's one of the most important things. yeah, finding someone that can really help us in that is really key. And the more we talk about it, unfortunately, all the details and everything we can remember, the better it actually gets. So I would encourage you, if you're feeling a little disgusting, guilty, and all sorts of things about it, that's completely normal. Let's just get you some support so that you can start processing through it. Okay? And the Courage to Heal workbook, I cannot say enough how amazing that book is. I've used with a lot of my clients. I used it when I worked at the eating disorder inpatient. We did a group with it. It's really amazing. So if you're on a list and you're waiting for a therapist, then grab that book, the Courage to Heal workbook. Okay, it's a big yellow book. Okay, question number 3. Katie, is it normal to feel guilt or feel like a burden to someone after you tell them your mental illness? Now this got a lot of thumbs up. A lot of people were like, I hope you answer this. So I am. It's very normal. Often I find, and you can correct me if I'm wrong, but I find that if we are the ones with the mental illness and we're telling someone, we'll feel guilty. Usually it's because we don't want people to feel bad for us. We don't want them to feel like they have to do something for us. We're really just telling them, but our fear that they may feel that is what leaves us feeling that guilty or, like you're a burden, because that is part of that negative thinking process that we're struggling with. Because I can honestly say without a shadow of a doubt, no matter what we're struggling with, whether it's depression, anxiety, eating disorder, self-harm, you name it, you've got it, whatever, we have negative voices all the time telling us that we're a burden, that we're terrible, that what we have is too much, that no one can deal with us, no one understands, my situation is so terrible or not terrible enough, or I need to be sicker. All these different things running through our heads all the time. And so when we finally tell someone about it, and that's like the first step towards us getting better and working on our process, those negative voices flare up and they're like, how dare you tell them, put that on them, blah, blah, blah. You're not putting that on them. This is just part of your process. You're letting them know what's going on with you. And that is fine. You tell those voices that you're working on your process. You're working to get better. And it's going to take time, and you're going to have people enlisted in your support system, but they want to be there for you because they love you. They're people in your life. That's the reason that you told them. And there are going to be times when they have to lean on you. That's a relationship. It's give and take. It's push and pull. There are times when you're going to need them and times when they're going to need you. And that doesn't make you a burden, and that doesn't mean that you're an asshole. It just means you're human, and we're living with this human condition, and that's just what it is. So every time it tells you that, rewind it and play that again. Because it's very normal, but we have to talk back to it because we have to keep pushing forward because you're all worth the fight, okay? And yeah, just know that that's completely normal. Now, the journal topic from Brent is amazing. It's a really good quote, and it says, we cannot solve our problems with the same thinking we used when we created them. And I really like this because changing our thinking is really difficult, and it's really time-consuming, but that's what therapy is all about. That's what I keep preaching and talking about is like, if we have all these negative thoughts, what do we do with them and how do we make them go away so we can move past it? And that's what we're trying to do. And if we keep doing the same, the definition of insanity is doing the same thing, expecting a different result. So if we know we've done this thing and it equaled this, we got to stop doing that thing. And it's not black and white. It's not night and day. But every time we make a move to kind of try something different is a huge success. So I don't know. I really like that. We cannot solve our problems with the same thinking we used when we created them. What does that mean to you? I love you all. Tomorrow was fun. I'll live Friday, and I couldn't be more excited. So I'll be on Facebook. Ask your questions there using the hashtag KatieFAQ. Bye!